And we are live. Welcome to the Woken Weird Podcast, your one-stop shop for all the weird shit you could possibly imagine. We're having a fun one today. We're going to be talking about Kong versus Skull Island. It's a movie that came out on HBO Max pretty recently, and we all have some hot takes and opinions. I am joined by my most loving stepbrothers who have helped me through so many stuck windows and so many bed frames that I've just gotten jammed in. We have our lovely producer Tim.
Hi.
What's up? We have Kade Runner 2049, our resident fucking cyberpunk man.
Yeah, and I'll get you your cereal next time. Promise.
My cereal.
Your cereal, because you were like, I said, what the fuck? You said, what the fuck? Cereal.
I got it.
Damn it,
I'm caught up. All right. And we also have Jake here.
Hey.
What's up? How you doing?
Not much.
How's it been going?
Hungover.
You're hungover. Well, as you can see, Kemper and Trimmy are both missing today, unfortunately. It is one of those days. So as per last time that Kade was unable to attend, I would like everyone to name their theories for where they are, what they're doing.
Wait, what do you mean? Theories for what?
What do you think Kemper and Trimmy are doing that they couldn't make it today? Give me your best shot.
Wait, what was y'all's theories about what I was doing when I was...
Don't worry about it. Don't fucking worry
you gotta
about
listen to the podcast.
You gotta listen to the podcast.
Maybe if it was put up, I don't know.
Oh!
We're getting there.
I can't say shit.
We're getting there. Savage.
My theory for Trimmy is that he is like has allergies and is a little sick, and he's just like, nope,
nothing.
I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything today. Don't ask me to get outside.
Except
Pepsi. And
wakes up, has to blow his nose, like, day's done. Nope. going back to bed.
Well, I can't deal with this.
It's over. No. And what about Kemper? What do you think Kemper's doing?
Probably something with his girlfriend, I'm assuming.
I would imagine. It's a pretty good guess. How about you, Kade? Let's hear some fun. Creativity counts.
I feel like Trimmy is being held hostage at Target. There's an executive from Target following him around with a gun, and he's making him stock shelves over time for like 21 hours a day. He's only allowed to sleep 3 hours a day, and then gets like 10-minute breaks and has like little PB&J like Smucker's sandwiches to eat.
I pictured apples and oats.
And then when we get a text saying, "Hey Trimmy, you're gonna be on the podcast," the guy's just like, "Make up something." And it's just like a dog sitting.
I like that.
And then Kemper's doing something with his girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah. That seems to be the prevailing theory. How about you, Tim?
I think Trimmy is stuck on a hockey game that he can't get out of.
That's a good one.
That.
And then
that's a super believable one.
And then for Kemper, I think he shit himself so bad that he was so embarrassed to not come on here and tell us what happened.
Yeah. Like one of those, I need a shower.
Maybe he didn't have a Tide Pod bag this time to do into.
We're still so excited to talk to you guys about that fucking story.
Oh my God.
It's gonna happen one day, one of these days, along with our May 4th special. Is anyone excited about this? All right, so we're having a Star Wars Day fucking bonanza of an episode. We're gonna go through. We haven't even really ironed out exactly what we're gonna do, but
I have opinions on The Last Jedi that I am going to say, because we banned that conversation from our friend group for the most part.
It started some fucking fires for sure.
And then also our good buddy Joe, the epidemiologist, is going to make a guest appearance, and he's just as well versed at Star Wars than probably any of us. Brent's
more
a Star Wars guy,
yeah.
So I can't wait.
Got Star Wars hats.
Yeah, that's
in the game.
And he's been rewatching all the Star Wars. I think he's up to the later sequels now, and he's getting ready for it. He's gearing up for this.
He's fucking prepared. Maybe instead of going through all the movies, because I've seen them all except like the final trilogy like so many times, maybe I should just watch Mandalorian. Just
You
blow
should.
through it.
Honestly,
Just
Well, you
just
should
blow
watch
through it. Yeah, I know I should. I knew I have to, but yeah, I'm very excited about that. So
You
yeah,
watch The Rise of Skywalker again. I've got opinions on that movie too. I rewatched that for fun, and
yeah, I still have yet to watch Rise of Skywalker still to this day.
You gotta watch it before the
I
podcast.
know I have to. But
you
the
need
last
to learn about this place called Exegol. It's very important in the Star Wars canon.
Exical.
the only thing I've seen is the I am the spy, and he just goes, "What? The fuck are you talking about?"
And by the way, it's incredibly obvious that he's the spy.
All right. Let's save this for the main.
All right. We're getting off track here. But yeah, so we have a really fun one for you today. We're talking about a movie that we all have hot takes on, as I said before. But before that, we just kind of want to go through the news. What happened since we last been on, boys?
DMX died. That was the big sad boy news.
Mm-hmm.
Prince Philip died.
I don't think I've
Yeah.
really listened to DMX.
X gonna give it.
X
X
gonna-
You've listened to DMX plenty, I
You've
promise.
listened to DMX.
Yeah.
And then
Plus, all the times we played him in the cars, all our car rides.
True.
Probably a lot.
because because DMX and Prince Philip died on the same day, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You see the meme where it just had both of their portraits side by side, and it's just like one soul couldn't live without the other. Like where one soul went, the other followed. And, like,
they had an unspoken bond, DMX and Prince Philip here. They totally did. What happened to DMX? What even
He was in a
caused all this?
coma after a heart attack, and he'd been on life support for a while, but no one really covered it or talked about it. Like I saw it show up on my feed, but it wasn't like national news or anything. But it was pretty apparent that he was not doing well before he died for a while.
Wow, that's wild. And what about Prince Philip? Not
He's
even
just
familiar.
99 years old.
Have you
old.
Oh,
seen?
that dude.
He looks like death. He just straight up looks like death.
So it was time.
Yeah.
His time came.
He had a good run. 99's a pretty good run. So
99 for royalty.
yeah.
There's
Well,
a lot of
He's not
fan
even part
theories.
of Royal Blood.
There's a lot
What-
of fan theories that he's the one that got Princess Diana killed. If you ever want to go down that rabbit hole.
Oh shit. What is he? Is he the prince of Great Britain?
No,
Edinburgh,
he's-
something like that.
Edinburgh.
Duke of-
he served in our military, and then married.
Royal Marines. Most,
I
yeah,
believe
that's what
so.
most
And
wrote.
then he just met the queen, and then they hit it off, and he just stuck by her the whole time.
We shouldn't be the ones to give you information about British royalty because we are
No.
not very well versed.
That's why I argue you're the exact people I want to be educated on British royalty. That's why I argue that. But spill it. Anything else happened in the news? Any artists or music videos or anything of that like?
Lil Nas
big music video.
Lil Nas
Oh,
X really stirred the pot with white Southern Christian moms with his very controversial lap dancing on Satan music video.
Shaking the booty for the devil.
I love it. Get the Karens mad, you know?
Yeah.
I'm down for it too.
Rile up some feathers.
Yeah.
What was the song? Monstero? You guys told me to watch it not that long ago.
Montero, I think.
Montero?
Yeah.
That shit was wild.
It was interesting, just because the whole point about this song was obviously he's in a very secret relationship, and the other partner doesn't really want to be in the public eye, and he made the song to kind of want to bring it up about it, but mostly fighting about all the hate that he got when he was growing up, especially with religion, saying that you're going to hell if because you're lived this kind of lifestyle and such.
Mm-hmm.
So it just really opened a lot of people's people's opinions.
I remember in the Catholic school, they told us one time, like a priest randomly came in and was talking about, it gave us like the sex talk, which is probably the person who like is the least qualified to talk about sex now that I think about it. Or like if they had, it's not good, you know? But he's just like, so he's trying to explain it to a bunch of 7th graders. He's like, if you're attracted to other men, if you're a man and attracted to another man, it's like, that's not a sin. Those are just your urges. But if you act on it, you're going to go to hell.
Okay.
So apparently they're supposed to just be blue-balled for the rest of their life.
Yes. That's the importance of abstinence.
And now we got Little Nas X twerking on Satan because of that mentality.
And
which
also,
I'm all for, by the way.
Thank God for the internet, man.
I love how all these boomers and Gen Xers are like, they see this in the news and they're like, oh my God, we're straying further from God every day. Like, look, what is this? But then when AC/DC plays Highway to Hell, they're just like fucking
Exactly.
Cracking beers, shotgunning.
Makes no sense at all. Like this shit's been around for fucking decades. Like, come on.
Think of like Johnny
Centuries.
Cash too. Like,
Yeah.
I've always like thought like him saying like that one song where he's like, I shot a man in Reno. Like that's like gangster rap for like the 50s. Like,
Yeah.
it's the same thing. And there's not much, like most music is about like sex, drugs, and like going hard. Like,
Yeah.
you're not going to have that many good songs about like, you know, going to school and like doing your homework.
Yeah.
That's what Christian rock is for.
And it sucks.
No,
It sucks really bad.
you guys got it all wrong. Soulja Boy had a song, Report Card. Does anyone know that fucking song? It's like,
I
throw
don't.
some bees on that bitch because he got all F's on his report card. And he's like, throw some bees on that bitch.
I
So
always
Jake,
remember, throw that cheese on that witch.
No.
You know, props to him.
Just bought a Big
A
Mac.
report card song.
oh yeah, just look it up. Report Card by Soulja Boy. It's a fucking classic.
You know, I'll do that. Speaking of other
No, you
news, no, I absolutely will not. Soulja Boy is trying to like sell and brand another really shitty knockoff console.
I heard about that.
Yeah, he did it once and he just got fucking destroyed. And now he's doing it again, and I don't know why.
It's so stupid, dude.
It's so dumb.
Like,
I feel like he's just doing it just to do it.
pretty bad.
Not even.
Yeah, just to get public attention is what I always imagined, but I'll never understand it. I mean, he does stream, so there's that.
So does T-Pain.
T-Pain does. So does Snoop Dogg.
Yep.
one of the Portland Trailblazers used to stream and get people in there, but he called someone an ethnic slur, and now he got canceled. So didn't help that he's the only player. The Miami Heat are all kneeling for the national anthem in the bubble, and he's the only player that's standing up. And it's like the media's like, he's like, I got a brother in the Marines. Like, I'm just so patriotic. And then like now that he like kind of got canceled, they're like, hey, go fuck yourself. Like, really bad now.
Jeez, the magic of streaming live.
And in terms of, and I know it's not huge news, but I saw on Twitter a couple days ago the new Mortal Kombat movie released their new theme. You know, the Mortal Kombat, like the old ass Mortal Kombat theme. Yeah. They revamped it. So this IGN posted this on Twitter. They revamped it with quote modern dubstep sounds, and we're like, okay, what's this gonna sound like? It sounds like fucking shit. Like,
oh no, is it bad?
like, it's pretty fucking bad. And like it's funny because like they were saying like, oh yeah, it's revamped with these new modern dubstep sounds, and then all of these like bass and dubstep artists like on Twitter were just like, this is not fucking dubstep, this is actual like trash. Like it sounds like a shitty ass like dance track from like 2005 that was made on El Inspiron by a 14-year-old. Like makes it sucks.
Hopefully
So
they don't
hopefully
release
that
who made it.
Yeah, I know. Everyone's just like, who the fuck made this? Who did this to my boy?
Trying to keep up with the traditional dubstep standards of dog shit. They didn't say it was going to be a banger. They said it was going to be dubstep, and like the stuff that you mostly weed through. That's what they were listening to.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't even dubstep. It's like it's a shit like that. Like it's not.
Isn't that house?
It's more of a house track. But like it's they were saying like, oh yeah, it's revamped with modern dubstep sounds and like Must Die and Eptic and fucking Leotrix were like, this is not dubstep, lol. And they were like, oh honey, oh no. Like,
Tell you what, if you want the best version of that like 90s movie, because that theme song comes from like the original, or I think it was like Mortal Kombat 2 like commercial on TV in the 90s.
The one where like everyone was running.
Yeah, running through the streets. Mortal Kombat. Yeah, that fucking trailer was hype. When I was like 6, that shit was fucking banging, right? But when Mortal Kombat 11 came out, like I think it was 2 years ago now, they for their final trailer, right before, like a week before the release, they came out and they redid that song. That song from the classic 90s movies and the commercial, and it's fucking excellent.
Yeah.
Highly recommend they just use that instead if it's really as bad as you say.
Yeah.
What's the name of that again?
Here, Jake. I'll send it to you on Discord.
Yeah.
Why don't you just use like fucking Reptile's theme, fucking Skrillex, dude? Because that shit is like 10 years old and it still is a fucking banger. Like, why don't you use like shit like that? I don't get it. I don't know.
If you guys had to trust someone changing a theme music, but it had to be a dubstep artist, who would you trust?
For what theme is important?
Or okay, how about this? Like, who would you guys rather choose to redo the Mortal Kombat theme song?
For the Mortal Kombat, Hans Zimmer.
If you're gonna do modern dubstep, like if you wanted to revamp it like that, you gotta go with someone hard. You gotta go with like Eptic or Sudden Death. Like not
Eptic would be a good choice.
Dance trancey shit. Like they're in like in Mortal Kombat it's gritty and hard as fuck.
Yeah.
So you need gritty and hard ass music, and the shit they release literally sounds like some kids bop shit. Like Kids Bop released a
Kids Bop shit.
It's like it makes.
I need to hear this.
It's terrible. It's the worst. So I hope
I'm still low key very excited to watch that movie though.
Me too. Yeah, that's definitely
super fun.
My hype for the movie because
yeah.
But yeah, I just want to bring that up because it was a little bit of a explosion on EDM Twitter. So that was entertaining.
I still say Skrillex can do it, but just saying.
Yeah.
Skrillex would be a solid choice. He always is. Come on.
Just get like Phil Collins.
Get me. I'll do it.
Yeah, Jake will fucking do it.
I wanna know fatality.
Tummy bug. Can you show me?
Just Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to play some MK on stream someday on the Woken Weird Twitter, or on the Woken Weird Twitch rather, not our fucking Twitter. Fuck that shit.
Or yes, I want to get back.
Yes,
I'll live tweet.
You'll live tweet it. Well, I know you can YouTube live shit too. But anyways, I think that is pretty much it. Does anybody else have any random news? I can't think of anything that really happened, even though a ton happens, other than like.
People died.
Yeah, people died.
Got a lap dance.
Yeah, Satan got a lap dance. That is what the takeaway is. If you get nothing else from this episode, just remember Satan gets lap dances all the fucking
You think
time.
Prince Philip
Not sex.
Here's something: Gonzaga choked and lost the national championship pretty hard. That happened.
Yes.
For what?
For NCAA men's basketball.
Oh, okay.
Gonzaga was looking really good, and then they choked. They're
Choke hard.
Yeah. Choking noises.
Thanks, kid. Thanks for the input. Choking noises.
subtitles.
We're gonna fucking take a break. We'll be back. From my boy. All right, and we're back. Hope you guys are having a great day. We're about to have a fucking heated discussion about Kong. No, it's Godzilla versus Kong, right?
I think it's Kong versus Godzilla.
Is it?
This is very.
It's one of the two.
I hope so.
But it's by,
No,
Warner
it's
Bros.
a King Kong versus Shamu.
Please.
No, it's Godzilla versus Kong.
It is Godzilla versus Kong. We all know Godzilla's the fucking king.
No. I think King Kong is pretty fucking good. He's bigger than people think. He's right there
In that movie?
Godzilla.
So, yeah,
Godzilla just has like a tail.
Yeah, so when Kong Skull Island came out, like that first trailer, I couldn't believe how fucking huge they made the big monkey.
Well, the thing is, in Kong Skull Island, they mentioned that he was still growing.
Yeah,
The director of Godzilla vs. Kong was like, okay, so we actually really took advantage of that, because if that didn't happen, then we would have to find some other way for it to make it fair. But he's like, yeah, he just got way fucking bigger because he wasn't done growing yet.
And I was watching that one again, and they did like mention Monarch a lot. So
yeah.
I mean, gotta give him some credit for having a fucking plan. Like, we don't always get that in franchises.
Very true. Very true. So overall, what did you guys think of the movie? Overall, let's get some overalls at first.
Fun.
Who's first?
It's super fun. Great to watch. Sober, drunk, whatever. Is it
I don't
the
know
best
about
movie?
sober.
I enjoyed it, but
Fair enough.
but the movie knows what it is. It's not trying to get
Yeah.
Oscar.
It did not take itself seriously at all. I really appreciated that.
So
That's like what is holding me from saying I fucking hate this movie. Is that it's like, yeah, you're getting Godzilla versus Kong. That's
Right.
what you're not tuning in for Kyle Chandler or whoever, like his side story. Godzilla, what are we gonna do about this lizard? Like,
Let's have some long dramatic scenes in courtrooms about how we fucking solve this problem. No, show them fucking fight.
The best way I can put my review for this movie is actually a quote from a critic I read, and it's, this movie is very, very forgettable, but you forget about everything else while you're watching this movie.
Hey, I like that.
That's a good one, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, because when people start talking, I fucking hate the movie. But I also fucking love Mecha Godzilla. I was pretty stoned watching it, and I'm like, this is a fucking vibe. Smash each other on the buildings,
Yeah.
So
I was actually very into it. Pretty much had me engaged the entire time, except for, like Jake just said, whenever the fucking humans started doing shit, I'm like,
come on.
come on. Except like in all the battle sequences where like the humans and Kong are actually like working together, that was fine. I was okay with that because they actually had to like make some actual like human effort to do shit, and some of the shit they did actually had great effect. But when it went to the kids and the fucking podcast guy, go figure.
I hated the podcast guy.
Could not stand that whole subplot.
So,
I was just
such
like,
bad
why
writing.
are they here? Yeah, that
Bad
was
writing on everything in that, and it's like he's trying to do something with no direction, probably.
right. I mean, they were just trying to keep the girl relevant to the story, right? Because she was so important. I don't know if you guys watched the previous one, the King of Monsters, the Ghidorah.
Yeah.
no.
Did you, Jake? You don't look like you did.
I watched Kong, and I watched the first Godzilla when it came out. I was super hyped for the first Godzilla. I remember me and my friends were just like, let's get it. And it was like, kind of.
It was okay.
Only saw him for like 2 seconds, and similar to this one, like the people are fucking not interesting.
I liked the people of the first Godzilla movie. To be
I
honest.
like Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston and his son, who is Aaron Taylor Johnson, and then his wife was there. It was Elizabeth Olsen, but like, I didn't hate it. Like whenever they popped up on the screen, I wasn't like, I was just like, all right, let's fucking move on to the Godzilla. But the Godzilla was very scarce in that movie. Very few and far between.
I got a good amount of Godzilla in this one.
Yeah, very true. A lot of personality with Godzilla too, in my opinion. A lot that you didn't see before.
Well,
a little bit campy, but yeah.
Yeah, like I feel going back to like the people side of Godzilla versus Kong is like I the same way. I fucking did not like the storyline of like the podcaster and the kids, but like every time it went to them, I'm just like fucking hell, like just keep going. But it is kind of cool how that like they were there because then they discovered like Mechagodzilla. So I'm like, okay. I like it's kind of a cool way to like keep them like that's not just a side story they're doing, like they're involved in the main plot, but like
Finn and Rose.
Yeah. Basically Finn and Rose.
We'll get to that.
Oh god.
But yeah, and also too, let me know how you guys think, but I almost fucking threw whatever I was drinking against the wall when the kid when Mechagodzilla came up and like they were fighting and like looked like all hope was lost, and the kid just went wait and just took his drink
and poured it on the computer.
And I'm like, if that's the motherfucking thing that kills Mechagodzilla, but like it only kind of glitched him out a little bit.
Yeah, it stopped him for a split second.
And then that was when they struck and then they won. But like still, that kind of like I'm like, God fucking damn it. Like
that, yeah. Another thing that I really enjoyed about that movie was the fucking ocean sequence. Like that scene, I think, like as campy as the whole movie is, the premise of the movie, I think that was like legitimately thrilling. Like that whole sequence with like the fucking overturned aircraft carrier and the human had to fucking, and then you see the whole thing. And like I know Stuckman talked about it, and I remember actually watching it back again, like Jake did. And like, twice. Yeah, of course. And like the camera the shots that they used were like really cool. Like there was one with Godzilla and Mechagodzilla where the camera was like in that office building, like it had like the long table and the chairs, and it was like you were looking through the window of the building, watching them fight in the distance. You know what I mean? Yeah. And there was just like there were so many really cool shots like that throughout all the battle sequences that I really enjoyed.
Dude, yeah, that aircraft carrier one is fucking sick. And the CG is really good.
Really good.
This might be the best CG we've had.
Yeah. And
I sorry, go ahead, Tim.
Like it's super impressive because of the technology of like you can individually see the hair particles from especially King Kong, and that's like super difficult. And like the only other, I forgot what the other movie was that like pushed animation or CGI was like
say Avatar and I'll slap you.
Not Avatar, chill. Chill.
I'm kidding. No, I love that.
But it was like a Pixar movie. I don't know why I'm spacing out about it, but
is it Incredibles 2 because of the stubble on his chin?
Yes.
Is it really Incredibles 2?
I think so. It was that or another one. I forgot. It's some Pixar movie. I don't know why I'm blanking about it, but it's just like it's like really good that we're pushing, especially technology wise. And it's just really impressive.
This movie had so many cool color palettes.
Yes.
With the aircraft carrier, like you had the sunset and it had all these cool like orange and blue colors in the sky. And then when they were fighting, I think in Shanghai, was it?
Hong Kong.
With all the fucking neon lights. Like, holy shit. This was such a beautiful movie. Like, that was another thing that kept me invested. I'm like, holy shit! Like with just the wide shots, it didn't even have to be fighting. It just fucking looking at these wide, like beautiful shots, like was, and I loved it.
Yeah,
super cool setting.
That's so true about the color. It's a very colorful movie. Yeah, and I was like, I wasn't like waiting for this movie to come out, but it's a movie that came out. I was bored, got home from work. I bought a new TV courtesy of the fucking stimulus check, and I'm like, I want to give this a workout, see
Hell
See what
yeah.
it could do. And
That was a good
this
test.
is a great movie for that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
turned down the volume and didn't really listen that much to the story and watched some cool shit for a couple hours.
Yeah. So I would like to take this opportunity, now that we talked about how cool the aircraft carrier scene was. The Hollow Earth thing is horseshit.
That's
That
so
is
dumb.
horseshit. What? What? I couldn't follow half of the fucking logic that they had with that whole Hollow Earth thing. And I guess that whole thing started in Skull Island. Like, do you remember the guy? He played
Yeah.
Dre in NWA or Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah.
And he came up with the Hollow Earth theory. He like had a thesis. It was like his thesis or whatever. So I guess they kind of had that, but that is just absurd that there's a fucking another Earth under the Earth. That doesn't.
But it was so cool.
It was super cool. No, I'm not saying that. I said it was super cool, but it was horseshit.
Yeah.
Complete horseshit.
And going back to, I think we've all like seen the Stuntman review. He had a really good point where like that was a missed opportunity of having a zero gravity fight like in Hollow Earth.
Yeah.
Or like some just it could have been any sort of scuffle like with the fucking dragon things that Kong fights in Hollow Earth. Like that, if any of that would have been in zero gravity, that would have been so fucking cool.
That would have been
But
super cool.
you know, that's just one little nitpick.
I
Yeah.
just didn't.
And like all the other movies, they had really good monster designs for like all the other creatures that you see. Like the bat that like flexed its wing over his face,
Yeah.
like to suffocate him. That shit was crazy. What do you think about him severing the head and then like drinking and eating the brains? I thought that was pretty raw. I was like, fuck, that's kind of violent.
That was metal.
Yeah, that was metal as shit. Nature is metal.
Oh yeah. And then so another thing I kind of wanted to bring up was I feel like because I remember before I watched this movie, you mentioned Mechagodzilla, and I'm like, okay, that's definitely coming in sometime during this MonsterVerse franchise. That's definitely coming. Like, I just wish it wasn't like only in part of this movie. I felt like they could have like. I feel like you could have had like this whole thing between Godzilla and Kong, because that's what this whole movie was based on. It's like it's them like facing off, and you could have had like this like these huge battles like they did very well, and then you led on to the fact like, oh shit, Mechagodzilla is like in the next installment, and like that's what I thought they were gonna do. Like they were gonna fight, and then when they should have just had like Mechagodzilla like wake up, or like he's coming, and then the movie fucking ends and you gotta wait for the next one.
Oh man, I don't know.
Like you have these huge battles.
You gotta deliver on the Mechagodzilla fan. Like,
I don't know.
These fans are demanding some Mechagodzilla.
I think
you can't do dirty like that.
I agree, Kate. It could have gone that way, like that Marvel style. Let's tease the next guy for the next movie. But I think they balanced it pretty well. Like they had a lot of build for most of the movie. In fact, like the buildup was between Godzilla and Kong, the two alphas. Yeah, which I thought that was pretty cool. If there's another alpha, Godzilla immediately fucking beamlines it for him. Yeah. So the
thing I was thinking about too was like, because you know how Kong and Godzilla kind of team up against Mechagodzilla.
Yeah.
You could have just fucking. You had Kong versus Godzilla, had them fight, and then tease Mechagodzilla, and then the whole next movie was trying to get Kong and Godzilla to like work together somehow, like
a buddy cop movie, a Godzilla and Kong buddy cop movie,
and then like Mechagodzilla's like doing some random shit, and like you build up this whole like fucking huge battle, and like have the later half of the movie be Mechagodzilla versus Godzilla. I don't know. That's just me.
That could have been cool.
I just wanted more Mechagodzilla. Yeah, I felt like you could have gone so much more with Mechagodzilla.
Mechagodzilla was really cool. The fucking roar he had, and then he roared like the whole like cybernetic sound that was really cool. I thought it was cool they brought back Skull
and like lock in and like
yeah. Yeah, and he had the fucking claws. I really like that they used skull crawlers for tests on Mechagodzilla. I thought that was a really cool way to do like some Skull Island shit, like different kinds of titans.
Okay, here's my new theory. Because we know that Trimmy really wanted to see this movie. I think that Trimmy secretly works for Monarch, and they forced him to be the guy in the Mecha Godzilla. They're like, sorry, Trimmy, you're the only one that's good enough to pilot this, and you're going to have to probably die.
That's why he's so fucking tired all the time. He's always
working.
gassed from piloting Mecha Godzilla.
Monarch's working hard.
I thought that was a cool way to bring in the Ghidorah head that they had, though. Have it used that. It was a bunch of sci-fi techno
This movie is
jumble.
so absurd, but
That's so absurd.
what it needs to be, though, to make this
Exactly. But yeah, they all the stuff that they needed to nail, I felt like they nailed, and then like they really reduced the humans' roles, which was essential to me enjoying that movie, and a lot of people enjoying that movie. I feel like
They just gave all the human characters the bare minimum,
yeah,
like of just a story.
and most of their actions involved interacting with the two, the Godzilla or Kong, like their battle, which I really liked. The humans actually were helpful to Kong in many circumstances.
Since they have all of the characters from like the Kong and the Godzilla movies like together, like even though they're not that good, like they have a lot of ones to go to, so it's not like cringy for that long.
Right. One thing that was really funny and stood out to me when Vicky and I were both watching it, it was I always forget what the actress's name is, the Hispanic girl. She was in Baby Driver. She had the two subs and got gunned down. When her character appeared, I was sitting there, I was like, oh yeah, you're dead. You're fucking dead. You're so dead, in fact, that I can't even tell when you're gonna die.
I am glad they fucking killed her off. So
yeah,
I would have been like, if there's gonna be this whole fucking mission of trying to get that shit back, or like try to take it back, fuck that. Just kill her, and that's what they did. And I'm like, fuck yes, thank you.
Yes,
Onto the fight.
and it was in such a lackadaisical way too. I really enjoyed it. He's just like,
And what was the dumbass line? She says like, "My father always gets what he wants." Fuck.
What is wrong?
Why?
Whose child says that? I would never say that about my mom or dad.
No, because you're normal.
My daddy, like, fucking, that's it, boy. Let me tell you.
My daddy is an apex. At first, I thought that was all like Monarch shit, but I guess Monarch was in charge of like the lab that they had over Skull Island, because that storm that was in the Skull Island movie kind of like moved in. They had a lot of like certain elements of the other movies that kind of all sandwiched together.
So I don't know. I still haven't seen Kong Skull Island. Do they ever have like an explanation for why that little girl can communicate with Kong?
No, but I actually really enjoyed that whole thing.
Yeah.
That was like heart.
Yeah. No, it's not really like.
But she was so in Skull Island, that movie, there was like an indigenous tribe that lived there, and they kind of like lived in the ruins. She is the last surviving member of that tribe, because that storm that I just mentioned, it kind of there was a storm that surrounded the island, and like there was this whole sequence where they had Apache helicopters flying through it, and a bunch of them fell and shit. But that storm like kind of moved in until it was finally like enveloping the island, and like the whole tribe got fucking wiped out by that storm, and she's the last surviving.
So
that was like the whole role that I knew about her. I don't know why she was deaf or why she could communicate.
So
with
she's
Kong
the
with sign
champion.
Language. Yeah. Lol.
She's the next Warhammer Titan.
Yes.
Whoa.
Wait, no. Give me a good Hollywood fucking Attack on Titty. Give me a good one.
Dude, this
Not
actually
these Japanese ones.
shows that you can make it. Like,
Yeah.
it's possible to do a live action version of that now. So that's something.
It would be I would go as far as say it would be like the most technical wire rig scenes ever if they managed to do
A lot of wire food and green rooms.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like the most substantial. Like get Ying Wu Pin on that shit.
Yeah. Ooh, that would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
That would be so cool.
You'd have to show their spines bending 45 degrees. Just, that is not how the body works, dude.
But you know what? Like this this franchise reminds me a lot of Fast and Furious. It's like not great, but you know what you're getting. You're gonna go to a movie, see some cheesy dialogue, but watch some stunts and action sequences.
Yeah,
Here's some explosions.
The next Godzilla movie is going to be like The Dirty Dozen, where they have a bunch of a squad of Titans, the Titan Squad.
Oh,
yes.
Watch the next.
Don't even think about it. It's happening.
Putting the crew together.
Next,
putting
the monster crew.
Next movie is about meteorites hitting the Earth. Aliens, giant Titan aliens now.
Mm-hmm. Ghidorah was an alien. That's how they kind of tied that in. So there are shit up there. There's stuff that they can do still. What are you doing, Kade?
What if?
I thought you were taking a shit.
What if they just combined the Monsterverse with Pacific Rim, and so that way the Pacific Rim mech things are ways to be able to combat the monsters in the Monsterverse.
Well, that's what Mechagodzilla was.
That would be a big movie. But get Guillermo on the phone now.
We all know where not Godzilla, where Mechagodzilla happened to him,
Oh, shit.
Hey, he's a piece of technology. They got the blueprint somewhere. They'll build another that's more advanced.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get Optimus Prime.
Do not bring Transformers into my monster movies, dude.
Wait.
Not what this is for.
Wait, so sorry. So this is a total side note. Hashbro made a $700 Optimus Prime toy that is voice activated, and it does the full transformation by itself. And it can get, and you have voice commands to fight. And sorry, that just like
that. No, that's definitely a side note.
You can give me money.
Yeah.
Damn.
Thanks, buddy.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's pretty hype, man. Did anyone else have one of those Transformer toys but could never fucking figure out how to put it together or how to transform it correctly, so it was just this horrifying thing to look at? Kill me! No one had Transformer toys?
I had one, but it transformed pretty easily.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The struggles of a 90s kid.
I broke it because he was mad at me.
I had Ball in a Cup.
Ball in a Cup. The classic kids game. Hell yeah. My dad would just give me a croquet mallet. There wasn't any balls or anything. He'd just give me a croquet mallet. Go have fun. Have a blast. Yeah. Break trees, break branches or something. And then eventually I upgraded to a real croquet set.
It wasn't even a real croquet.
No.
It was just a fucking
it was just a really shitty fucking wooden mallet that had some use. I don't know. It looked like the mallet from Midsummer. They would crack someone's head with it.
Oh man!
But it didn't have that like long thing on it. It was just like a really shitty old wooden mallet.
Ugh.
Shit happens.
All right, we were talking about Godzilla.
Godzilla, yes. I had a point, and it was. How was it? Oh, I wanted to fucking talk about Godzilla drilling a hole into the center of the planet.
Okay, but that's a plot hole then. So it doesn't take that long to get to the center.
So one cool thing I do know about that. First of all,
Godzilla.
Yeah. First of all, again, anything involving the Hollow Earth thing, fucking horseshit. But the one cool thing, and actually, I think someone, I don't remember who, it was someone that I saw on Twitter pointed it out, but in the ocean sequence with the battleships, when Godzilla dives and goes under the ship and blasts upwards, and it does that wide shot where you see the blast go up. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. That, if you actually measure that being goes into the stratosphere, so he literally can reach the center of the earth with his breath. It's the fact that it fucking drilled that easily into it that I'm like, what? But I thought that was kind of cool. They kind of had that sense of scale. They really, I think they had a keen eye of scale for that movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They gave no fucks. They just said, what's cool now?
Yeah,
what would be cool right
so
now?
when you guys were watching it for the first time, when he did that, when Godzilla was just like, huh? And just fucking breathed a hole through the center of the earth, were you guys taken out of the experience like I was? I was just like, what?
I'd already accepted the fact that reality doesn't apply to this movie.
I smell bullshit.
Mm.
Yeah. Can we also?
Oh no!
I fucking cried laughing when I saw this. I actually rewinded it too. When fucking Kong, I forgot why he did this, but he was jumping from ship to ship to get to the aircraft carrier. He probably killed at least 500 men on that destroyer. Just getting to that one fucking aircraft carrier, dude.
And every time he fucking would swing on a building, anytime he would like climb up a skyscraper, every handhold he's murdering like 50 people.
I was thinking at in Hong Kong or Shanghai, wherever the fuck, like
Hong Kong.
I'm like every time something like they hit a building where I'm like, that's like fucking 1,000 people. That's like 50,000 people dead.
It's like every second of action in this movie is like its own 9/11.
Oh yeah. That's actually
Like
incredibly
imagine being,
accurate.
like this happening in your city, and you're just like, what?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Man,
Like, where
I
are
actually think the first Godzilla movie that they made, the first reboot movie, that kind of captured that the best. Like how normal people would fucking react to these insane and just absolutely insane circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
And just the scale of the destruction that you see with the Mudos and the fucking.
Well, I'm glad they're not sugarcoating it, because that's how it was like in the old Godzilla movies.
Yeah.
Fucking all the people were screaming, and there's Godzilla back. And it's like, yeah, we're actually going to show these buildings getting crushed, and there's definitely people inside them.
Shit, tons of people died. Yeah. But yeah, I would like someone to go through and just count the death toll of that movie, because it is fucking astounding.
There is a YouTube channel on YouTube.
I know,
think
yeah.
Kill count or something.
Yeah,
and
it
they
probably
really
is.
do that. I cannot wait for them to do Godzilla versus Kong.
That's gonna be so sick.
I think like it's got to be up there with like Avengers.
Yeah. Like when you watch Age of Ultron and there's like an actual city
that's
falling
like
from the sky as a meteor, I'm like, yeah. Okay. There's no way they saved more than half of the people there, actually.
I want to say it was G.I. Joe Retaliation, where like the fucking satellite beam like came down.
Oh
like
yeah.
straight up fucked London. Like London,
I remember that.
all of London. The shit was like
The whole city.
the Ferris wheel like fell and like all the.
No, I remember that.
Everyone-
Dude, I actually remember that fucking what that weapon was. It was like a giant magnesium rod that they would just drop from space, and by the time it had the velocity to hit the center, it would just like detonate a city.
Why do you know that?
I don't know. I'm not a G.I. Joe fan. In fact, I use it a lot for my fucking jokes. I do. In our personal lives. More on that later in a later episode.
Oh man.
Oh man.
what would you guys
Yeah.
say?
G.I. Joe. Channing Tatum was doing well until that movie.
He's doing all right. Now,
One would argue he's still probably doing all right. In 21 Jump Street.
I know the last time I saw Channing Tatum in a movie, he was a cameo appearance on Hateful Eight.
Yeah,
That's
same.
really the last time I saw him.
Yeah. Didn't they do 22 Jump Street in that time span, I feel like?
I think they
Yeah.
did, yeah. It was around that
Yeah,
time.
that would probably be. I don't think I've even seen that movie. I remember
It
watching
did a
it.
Magic Mike or two, you know.
Yeah.
Or like Channing Tate Young.
Yum. This is the end. Yeah.
My little bitch, get off my dick.
Bang bang.
Bang, bang, you're dead.
Take the Franco. Leave the Rogan. The best line of that whole movie. Fight me on that.
Craig Robinson goes, I ain't going out there. There's raccoons and bandits and shit out there.
And Emma Watson is just in that.
That's super.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Cera is the fucking cock.
Embarrassing.
Yeah. Sip. That's where we got sip time. Sip time. Sip time. He has the best part. He's getting a blowjob in the bathroom with a fucking Capri Sun pouch.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that movie so
And
much.
you just hear like the Capri, and then he's just staring at like.
Yeah. I fucking love it.
Oh, that's great.
But yeah, Kong
Yeah.
What would you
and
guys?
Godzilla.
What would you guys rate it?
What's him? Now that's a good question. I would give it a solid 7.
That's what I would say.
Yeah.
If it was an English like paper, I'd give it a C.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I
C
give
minus.
it. I give it a 7. I'd give it a 7.
I give it a C because it knows what it is, and
Yeah.
Fair.
It knew what it is. It was clear. They clearly cared about what they were doing. Like,
Yeah.
it was absurd
Exactly.
as shit, but that's what it needed to be, and it's fucking
Mhm.
beautiful, and all the work that went behind it.
Mhm.
And it was they listened to the fans too, because the fans were like, we don't fucking want
True.
people, we want fighting, and they fucking
Mhm.
did that. They delivered. So
I know a lot of us have. Oh, sorry, finish it.
no, I was really done. Yeah.
I know a lot of us have HBO Max, but like, I would say if I went to a theater and paid my money for this movie, like I got what I paid to see. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
Ooh. Speaking of movie theaters,
Okay.
AMC and other movie chains obviously saw a spike in their sales of tickets, and it made more than the Wonder Woman movie, because Wonder Woman made 16 million, and this like made over 20. So people were excited to see this more, and it gave hope to
Yeah.
movie theater chains because it was released in the theaters and streaming service at the same time.
Also a factor, I think logically, like, didn't Wonder Woman come out before the vaccine had started?
Well, yeah,
Getting
it was on
distributed?
Christmas, but
I feel like that
Oh,
kinda has
that's
some
this
some
movie's
reason to-
making a fuck ton of money still.
Oh yeah. Oh
it's
yeah.
it's the biggest release of the pandemic. So
Mhm. Yeah, and I think it deserves that for
it does.
the lack of shit that we've had.
That's a blockbuster and a half for sure.
That's a blockbuster among blockbusters for sure.
I think it's interesting that like, so I was working, you know, I'm not gonna name his name because his manager would probably not be happy, but he was watching this on his phone like while working, and he was like, he's hyped. He's like, yeah, like I just hope I get Mecha Godzilla. Like he talked about it for like a fucking week. He's a big fan of this universe, and
Okay.
just watching it at work, and I'm like, oh, well, but he could watch it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's
that's
interesting. And I watched it on my TV and had a great time with it. Like, I know a lot of filmmakers would be mad and say that they want their movies to be shown in a movie theater, which I would enjoy too. But I also think it's cool that it's kind of like however you can get the content now.
Yeah,
I mean, people are still watching it.
I agree. I'm gonna fucking watch Mortal Kombat on HBO Max. Like, yeah.
I am gonna go out of my way to watch Dune in a theater.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is one that I will.
Buying away a fucking theater movie, at least it
Mhm.
should be. But I am glad.
Tenet should have been.
Well, I did watch Tenet in theaters,
I know.
but yeah, we all know
Yeah, more on that.
at least how I feel about it.
Right,
I could go all day, but yeah.
right. So Jake, I saw a tweet, I think last week, when you were saying, what was it? Having the best MonsterVerse is like what? Can you bring me through this hot take tweet I saw?
Like, so review. This is right before the movie came out. and someone tweeted like one of the fucking Variety or whatever article Twitter account like critics rate this as the highest rated MonsterVerse movie of all time, and I'm like, saying you're the highest rated MonsterVerse movie or like the highest critically rated MonsterVerse movie is like saying you're the healthiest donut shop.
That's what it was. I remember whenever it was, it made me laugh in my at work.
That's pretty good.
That's great. I like. What do you have? What do you have to compare it to? Like the Universal thing that they tried to do with the Mummy, and it fucking failed miserably. Like,
that was
of course you're the highest rated MonsterVerse.
Speaking
You're the only one.
Speaking of Twitter, Elon Musk had a hilarious tweet about this movie where he said that this movie probably broke the record for most meth consumed in the writer's room. And I'll be damned if that's not the most accurate observation I've seen.
You gotta trust Elon on these things.
Yeah. So, it's only slightly off topic. Do you think we can get Trimmy to write a fanfic of Godzilla versus Kong?
Oh my god, I would love this. It should make me so happy.
Yeah. He needs to do. He needs to fucking read it aloud. We need to have a playthrough of this fanfic.
That is content.
That is good content.
The best content we can give you people.
So just for some background, Trimmy has, on our behalf, created a Game of Thrones fanfic that's very spicy. And did he do the Hogwarts one too, or was that just a?
I have yet to hear any of these fanfics.
Dude, Game of Thrones.
You heard the Game of Thrones one.
I haven't.
It was like the young wolf and the old lion. You don't remember this? Oh shit.
Oh, good.
We're gonna have some fucking content for you guys later on. Holy shit.
Can't wait. We have a lot coming your way.
Damn straight. Overall, I am very satisfied with the movie. I've been really excited to have this podcast and talk about it because we've all been kind of holding in our personal opinions for the most part. But I was very excited to hear everyone's hot takes and shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So much death. So many
destruction.
It's really
laser.
Actually, there's been a lot of death in this episode. Dead people in real life, dead people in movies.
Mm-hmm.
This is a death episode.
Dude got killed in front of my window.
You didn't get that part. You're not smart enough. That's what the critics saw.
Oh, really?
It's a metaphor.
Oh man. Well, yeah. I feel like that was a pretty comprehensive breakdown of how we feel about Godzilla versus Kong.
Unleashed it. There was no that whatsoever.
I like. It felt good. It felt good. Preview for fucking May 4th, Star Wars Day. That episode's gonna be.
We are gonna. I think we will do Phantom Menace and then Attack of the.
Yeah, no, we'll have structure with the episodes, but
off the rail.
No holds barred for each one. You are fucking any tangent either. So this is gonna be a fucking substantial. You better have the whole day off.
It's gonna be a long episode.
Yeah. Cheers. But yeah, so we're gonna take a break. Hopefully you appreciate our beautiful sponsor, Anchor, and we'll see you soon. And we're back. Hope you guys enjoyed that. So after our intense discussion about Godzilla and Kong, I figured we'd take a step back. Kade wasn't available for the night that we recorded the podcast. Yeah, shed a tear.
Oh no, wait, he needs to explain why he was gone to
see if any of our theories were right. That's true.
So I work for FedEx, and I was called on. It was a last minute call, and I had to fly to Honolulu, but over the Pacific, our plane crashed, and I've
heard this before.
I survived the crash, and then I drifted ashore on an island, and I survived there for over 4 years.
Were you lost?
4 years.
And then, I only lived on coconuts and some fish. I fished, from the ocean, and then there were some FedEx packages that washed ashore because it was a FedEx plane. And then
Wow.
their cargo ship found me after I made a raft with a volleyball, and then when I came back home and my wife was remarried and had a child, and so that's why I was gone.
Oh.
Wow.
Well, you could have fucking
you-
let us know.
I have one very specific question for you. Did you extract your own tooth with an ice skate?
Yes.
Wow.
That actually hurt so much I shit my pants.
I got a question for you, Kade. Why didn't you jump? You clearly made the rope.
It's true.
Well, like, because it's not really a clear drop off. It's a lot of like it's a slope. It's more of a slope. And I if I was gonna fall, I want to smack on the ground. I don't want to tumble and fall and then get the chance of being fucking paralyzed and then get my eyes pecked out by a fucking seagull when I land.
That would be pretty awful.
Yeah, I don't want to get lighthouse or at the end of
Mhm.
lighthouse. So.
Oh man, that scene. Jesus. The seagulls.
But yeah, that's why I was gone for the last podcast.
Okay. So Kate is Tom Hanks from Castaway. Noted. Yeah, that's great. I didn't know you went through all that strife for 4 years in that week. Holy shit!
Yeah.
That shit's gnarly, bro. But anyway, so for that episode, I posed the question: what fictional crew would you join, and what would your role be in it? And I think we all had a really fun time doing that. And I was just very curious to see what you would have picked.
Okay, so just real quick, just a quick summary. What did you three pick? I'm really curious.
I said
Yeah, no, go ahead, Jake.
I said that I'd be Wolverine from the X-Men because I'd be like, I'll help you when I really want to, but I'm not in your guys' like crew. I'm not one of you guys. I'm just my own thing.
I believe. Oh yeah, I picked the Goonies, and I would be the hype man of the Goonies.
That I wouldn't expect anything.
Yeah, I know, and I had a huge list of. I had to narrow down a shit ton. I had a huge list of fucking options, like Spartan 2s, the Straw Hat Pirates, the Avengers, X-Men, fucking, yep.
Hell yeah.
How about Tim? Do you remember? I feel like I remember what yours was.
I think I said the Gurren Lagann crew, but like
Yeah,
I don't
you said the
die.
Gurren Lagann crew or the crew something with stonks.
Oh, I said a boring one. I said like from The Big Short. From
That yeah. That was what it was.
Fuck
yeah. But anyways, I'm on the edge of my seat, Kade.
Okay,
Yes.
so my fictional crew would be to be aboard the Cowboy Bebop.
Ooh, good answer.
It's
Good
Bebop.
fucking answer.
The
Hell
Cowboy
yeah,
Bebop. It's just the Bebop.
the Bebop.
So, but the show is Cowboy Bebop. That's like dead ass one of my favorite shows of all time, and like space adventure is like a dream of mine. So that would just be the bee's knees, to say the least. And then my role would be, they kind of already like pilot the thing, but I would be the pilot that eats boiled peanuts and rips cigs.
I like it.
Like, and just cracks a pun or two every once in a while, and I would hang out and
I love that.
and stare at Faye Valentine for an extended period of time.
Definitely an option.
And I shoot the shit with Jet Black, and then I try to be as cool as Spike Spiegel, and then I would pet Einstein.
The corgi. That's a very good answer.
Yes.
I picture, what was the first hacker man's name in The Matrix? He had like a unique name.
You're talking about the dude who like ran the operating
Yeah,
system.
he did the computer and he piloted the ship.
Tank, and then was his brother.
Tank.
Dozer.
Tank, yeah.
Tank and Dozer. That's you remind me of Tank right now.
Oh yeah.
I could see you as that with the cyberpunk tech.
Yeah.
It's like synth wave where it's like really old computers in a super high tech spaceship. I could see it.
I would be playing space jazz. though instead.
Hell yeah. Are you worried about the Cowboy Bebop movie?
I kind of am.
I'm a little worried.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anime adaptations usually don't go that well, but again, we'll see. We'll talk about that when the time comes. When we're getting closer to that date.
I'm not. Gonna...
I'm not. Usually, I would say hesitantly excited, but I'm not even that. I'm like hesitant, just hesitant.
Yeah.
But anyways, we had a fun one today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I have been Goonie. You can follow me on Twitter at GoonieBags with an underscore and a Z. I am the co-owner of an esports org called Empire. You can follow us on Twitter. Those will be in the description. Tim, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at TimboSizePro.
Nice. How about you, Kade? Where can these lovely people find you?
You can follow me at Kade_runner2049. Yes, it's a Blade Runner reference. I accept all kinds of people. Good, bad, if you're a bitch or a pussy, or have cold takes, especially cold takes. I accept you, and
Okay.
pop up in the DM, and we'll have a conversation about Blade Runner or Horizon Zero Dawn or something. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Kade-
and then those guys stay the fuck out of my feed. Just get them away. I don't want that weak sauce.
Where are they?
It's like
where
a cheat on my
Okay,
account.
even if they could follow you, Jake, where would they even look?
If they were just looking up some random account and wanted to give this guy some follows, they could follow this funny dude, DJ Pop Daddy Downs. He has angry tweets. Who's the dude that makes it through the parachute?
Peter. Yeah, he actually has my favorite part when they're doing like the auditions for X-Force, and he comes in at the everyone else comes in, they demonstrate their powers or like they explain it and stuff, and like he comes in and he just goes, what are your powers? He's like, oh, I don't have any, I just saw the ad, but I do have both type 1 and 2 diabetes. And Deadpool just stares at him for a second. You're in. And then Dopinder, the taxi guy, fucking drops the crate of beer. He's like, fuck you guys. Because he wanted to join.
Someone flies into the wood chipper.
Yeah.
Everyone gets fucked except Peter and Domino.
Yeah. And then, no, Peter gets fucking... The guy that falls into the wood chipper, he hawks up the acid spit on him, and he fucking kills him, too. So Peter gets fucked up, too.
Oh, shit. Oh.
But he saves him with the time machine. Like I said, I just watched this movie a couple days ago.
Oh, okay. It's been a hot minute since I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's at theaters, actually.
Exactly. Well, anyways, enough tangents. Follow Woke and Weird on all of our socials. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, and have a great day. We had a good one. Peace.
Toodles.
Bye.
That was fun. That was a
That was a good one.
That was a good
I
one.
wish Trimmy was here. Trimmy would have had a lot to say about Godzilla.